Hey everyone, welcome back to the Improv TX Comedy Network. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give the Improv TX Comedy Network a like. And just a reminder, the Improv TX Comedy Network is live on YouTube with all your favorite comedians on the improv stage. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the Act Out, from open mic to the big stage. Comedians tell us how stories were made. My name is Doug. Today I'm with a very special guest. I'm super excited to have him here. This guy, I just met him and I knew his personality on stage was his personality off stage immediately, which is awesome. Hilarious jokes, very personable, representing the big boys,
yes,
I should say. Yes, check out his stuff on the Improv TX YouTube channel. It's going to be great. I'm with Fernando Panda Chacon.
Perfect. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me, dude.
I'm super excited. All right, I got to ask first off, how long you been in the game? How long you been doing comedy?
Almost 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
All right, right on. What were you like as a child? Were you the funny kid? I can imagine you being the funny kid, kind of like brightening everyone's day. What were you like?
The funny, nice kid that didn't like bullies. Chubby, athletic guy. Always played sports. Like tonight, I have a volleyball game.
You're going to play volleyball
Yeah,
tonight?
I play volleyball, yeah.
Dang, dude.
Played last night. Got spiked on by this, like, tall chick. We always scrimmage them. We met them at the league, and we just clicked. You know, like right now, I'm getting a good vibe from you. Like, that's how it was with them. And we scrimmage probably every other week. This girl's like 6'1", 6'2", moves like a gazelle, hits like a jackhammer. Dude, it literally, my bald spot, the last 2 hairs I had in my hairline just gone, bro. And she goes, I'm so sorry. And she told us, it's not that I don't think you guys are good. I just hold back when I play against y'all. Because she goes, dude, I've been playing volleyball in private like leagues since I could walk, you know, and I got a scholarship for volleyball.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, she shows us, she goes, dude, put your elbow a little higher. That's why you're hitting the ball straight. You want it to go down, so put your elbow. I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, I'm like, dude, this girl's. She goes, I'm a coach also. I was like, oh,
she's legit. Then.
No, yeah, I've always been pretty active, bro. Like even like the Panda thing, I was playing indoor soccer, and that's how I got. My buddy called me Kung Fu. So we're playing indoor soccer, gave me a ball in the air, and I kicked it, and it went in. Honestly, it was all luck. I'm not gonna lie, it was all luck. And he started calling me Kung Fu, and then Panda came out of that, and then I started doing comedy. It was weird, just how I got the name. And I've never seen the Kung Fu Panda movies.
You've never seen the movies at all?
Never.
Oh, they're all right. They're all right. Yeah, I was gonna ask where the name came from. So that's awesome that you brought that up. So when you were younger, you were always cracking people up, always making jokes, and just
always talk.
Well, now you said about you don't want to be like the bullies. So was that like, were you bullied when you were a kid?
No, I really wasn't. I mean, I had one little issue one time with the guy. Like, I couldn't pronounce his name, but besides that, there was a girl, and I had my third to, I've had 3 or 4 shows back home in LA. She went to the show, and I told her thank you, because this guy was like smacking me in the back of the head, like had me in a headlock because I couldn't say his name right. And then, yeah, and then she broke it up. She was like the thug Latinas with the eyebrows, wearing the white filas. Yeah, no, that girl's like 5'6", but she hits like 6'5". Yeah, and it's crazy. Long story short, not long story short, but how life is. I went back home in LA one time. My cousin picked me up. Traffic was bad. LA is traffic. We get there, and then we stopped at a bar to play pool to let the traffic die. That's a Cali thing, man. You just find a bar and chill for an hour or two. And that dude who bullied me the one time or picked on me that one time, he was there, dude, walking with a cane. And I wanted to kick the I'm not going to lie to you. Everybody's like, no, you changed. You're a Christian. No, I wanted to kick the I wanted to kick the stutter out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't. And he was with a cane, and then I told my brother and my cousin, and my other cousin goes, let's be like, no, you got that one crazy cousin who just like, he's like, no, I didn't. But that was the one time I never really got bullied, man. It's always, man, I got along with almost everyone. Not everyone's my best friend, but man, my mom always tells me, never met a stranger. You know, if there's a deaf dude, I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, like, just talk to them.
Just figure it out. Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's the personality you give off in everything I've watched, too. So I was super excited to have you come in, because I'm like, this guy's going to just be chill and just friendly. Fun, man. Yeah. So I do want to talk about that. You found religion within the last 6 years, 7
something
years?
like that. Yeah, you've been doing your homework.
Yeah, so you found religion and it changed you, but you weren't like a bad person before. You were just but like, I know that you talked about like the preacher wanting you to teach also.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't do it, because I honestly, dude, you got a chick I'm talking to right now. I was talking to you off air. Do what we do, you know what I'm saying? But and, I drink here and there. You know, I curse like a man, not in a bad way, but I don't think cursing's bad. There's a time and place for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, it's just I felt like a hypocrite, and I was done with college. I had just broken up with my college sweetheart, and dude, I wanted more out of life, and I got offered a master's degree scholarship or partial at UNT. Yeah, I went to UNT for creative writing, and one of the professors, who's now like the head one, she'll send me texts here and there. Come back, you know. And I told her, comedy is not a hobby. It's a goal that's becoming a reality. And she goes, I know you're going to make it in comedy because just the way you approached your writing, because I sucked the first year. Not that I'm great, but she goes, all I can say is you have a big, fast improvement. Because I told her, couldn't get any worse. And she just, I'm walking away. That professor was, you know, like in the Hollywood movies, you have that one professor that saves your life. She didn't save my life, but she really cared. Like, she would text me, whenever your draft is ready, just send it over. It was like 1 a.m. on a Tuesday. And I sent it to her like the next day. And she goes, all right, cool. I already checked it. She goes, no, I know you actually care. Forget the grade. She goes, literally, F the grade. F it. Like, you want to write this book. I'm like, yeah, I do. And I'm still working on it. 7
How
years
long you
later.
been working on the book?
Oh, like since college. Yeah, like 5-6 years. But during college, I was probably writing 3 or 4 different books. And those are all paused to focus on one. And comedy. Because comedy is my main thing, dude. Yeah. I'll be like writing something like, okay, here's my pad for jokes.
So what is the book about? Or is it sci-fi? Is it like fiction? Is it
kind of like fiction? Yeah, it's kind of like fiction. And it's the idea I will not say yet because it's an original idea. But I mean, it's pretty cool, I feel, you know, like what I can give out is basically a family making something out of nothing. You know, it's just something out of nothing. Like, why can't we make it?
Are you pretty close to the end of it, or are you still
no, I'm about 70% done.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. I wrote a book when I was 18.
No way.
And, it's terrible.
No, don't say that. Any writing is good, right? Especially if you complete, you know, us as creative artists. I know we don't like being called artists. Bro, we need a deadline.
Yeah.
We need, but you finished it. But I'm proud of you already.
There was an author who like said, hey, if on this date, if it's not done, I'm going to commit suicide. And he wasn't being serious, but he was kind of being serious. Because you know how you get when you get in that mode where you're like, I want to finish this. Yeah. So you're right. Deadlines are very important. Back to comedy, I want to ask you, who are your comedic influences? Who did you see first that was like the person that really inspired you?
Great question. I would go Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, George Lopez. Man, I love DL. I like Cedric, not just because he's a big boy like me, but you can tell, like, he's a happier version of Joey Diaz. I love Joey Diaz, but Joey Diaz, like, I'm not comparing myself to him, but I go on rants. I'm very loud. I'm Salvadorian, so, you know, I see myself on videos, and I'm trying to work out new material. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I am so loud. Not that I care about it, but I can't imagine how the dude in the back row is like, Jesus Christ, kid, I can hear you. You're good. Those are the ones that I love because I love Joey Diaz. I mean, I'm not comparing my style to him. He's one of my personal favorites, bro. Like,
well, he's very personable on stage too, and he's very honest.
Yes,
and that's something you are also. So you must have taken some influence from him in that sense.
Honestly, if I listen to Joey Diaz once a day, a podcast, a short on YouTube, I feel empty. It's weird. Yeah. I feel like he's my best friend. He's my comedy uncle. You know. Actually, I've been working with Jerry Garcia, so he's been like he helped me a lot. I hosted a show, and he booked me February 3rd. I'm going to LA doing a show out there, which is cool. He just sold out the first show, so we're gonna do 2 that night.
Awesome.
Huge blessing, bro. And he really sat down with me one day. We're all hanging out. It was Luz Pazos, Mario Superestrella, Salazar, and someone else, and me. And then he goes, we just started talking about everyone's sets. He goes, hey, Panda, slow down. Hey, Doc, slow down, homie. Slow down, Dougie. You are funny though, but slow down. And I really took that. It didn't hurt my feelings. I wanted that. This dude's been on Netflix, on HBO Max. He's touring the nation, man. And then he saw me perform. I hosted him at this other club in Fort Worth, and he goes at the end of the night, he goes, "Hey, we're gonna grab a burger. Hey, grab the burger." You slowed down. I was like, look, bro. I'm not trying to sound like mod. Oh, he's so humble. No, why should he give a shit about my set? Why? Yeah. And he remembered. He goes, dude, your hosting skills are amazing now. Keep it up, fool. He goes, when you needed to do time in between, you did. When someone killed, you just brought up the next comment. Good job. And you remembered all my credits, which is important, bro. It don't bug me if you mess them up. It don't. But there's comics with huge egos or just comics in general. Like, this guy should do his homework. You know, he's hosting my show. And I get that. This is our job. He's like crazy. Like, I'll text him for stuff and he'll reply. Like, I'm like, bro, basically, technically, I'm an open micer with just a lot of time.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, let's talk about that. The first time you went to open mic, the first time you got on stage, what was that experience like? Were you nervous? Were you scared? Did you practice?
I practiced for months, bro.
Yeah.
I signed up at the Dallas Hyenas. I don't know how many times, bro. And I signed up. I waited an hour. And I left.
Oh, yeah?
Well, like 5 times.
Oh, wow.
My brother was with me the last 2 times. And the third time, honestly, bro, I waited 3.5 hours to go up. And I had to be at work at 7. And my old job, they don't play. They micromanage, whatever. They were like, 7:02. Good afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I was on there, and I did 3 minutes, 3.5. I was prepared for 5, but I didn't know after the first block or 2, they do 3 minutes. I didn't know that. And I did well. I got like 2 or 3 strong laughs. I didn't kill, but I got good laughs. And I'm like, I can do this, bro, but I need to get better. There was a chef that went after me. The chef from like a restaurant, bro. He's like to the gills, bro, dressed up. And, he goes, yeah, I just left my shift. I'm like, well, you don't have one stain on you. And he goes, are you roasting me? I was like, I'm sorry, sir. But, yeah, it was cool, man. I did 2.5, 3. I still have it on my phone. So that's when I did that one. Then I met Rafael Sangili at this open mic, this brewery mic. I forgot what it's called. It's closed now, but I met him there because he's from Downey, California. My brother, who has great comedy etiquette, he knows to shut up. But when he said, hey, I'm from Downey, California, my brother's in the back, bro, like here by the restroom. And he goes, Whittier. And he goes, I got your next beer. Because Downey and Whittier in L.A., they touch. And we meet here. And he's like a comedy brother to me, man. I love that dude.
So you went out to that open mic, and you weren't nervous anymore? You got that stage fright kind of went away?
For about the first 2.5 years, I'd have to take my nervous poop before the stage. Yeah. I had carried wipes, anti-diarrheals, Pepto, Topo Chico. Yeah, I don't know if that helped. Made me gassier. It's stupid. But honestly, I still get nervous here and there when I'm doing the bigger shows. I'm at that weird little stage in my career where, I'm getting to travel a little bit like Jerry Garcia. I went to New York once for a Spanish show with Monkey. Shout out to Monkey. And going to L.A., dude, like 3 months in a row. Jerry booked me. So those are a little wild, bro. It's like I've been here at the Improv for Anne Friend shows. I've been to the 30-seaters, 40-seaters, to sold out. I'm like, oh, my God, you feel the difference.
Yeah.
I am Salvadoran. We talk very fast, bro. So I have to slow down my set. And that's what I've learned, Like, okay, you got 10 minutes, bro. You're not going to be able to use all your material. This is my new thing, too. You don't have to end with a bang. If you don't have a killer joke or something, everyone's always like, dude, I can't leave the stage like that. End it, plug in your social media. That's something I've taught myself. All right, you know what? Follow me at Duck something something. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. That really helps me. Helps us get booked. Take care. God bless. That's what I say. Because sometimes you don't end in the bang. We want to. But I'm learning that, man. But yeah, dude, I still get nervous for sure.
So what's it like to do an English set but do a Spanish set? Is it your comedy timing different? Is it the same jokes? Like, how does that work?
Honestly, some of the jokes didn't translate as well. Yeah. Some of the jokes are shorter. Some of the jokes are longer. Mainly shorter, to be honest.
And I imagine you go faster when you're speaking Spanish.
Yeah, that's a natural language, yeah. Yeah. I learned both at the same time. But at home, God rest my dad's soul, we talked Spanish to him only. He understood English, but I mean, it was Spanish, for him. Like, reading and writing was Spanish. Yeah, it goes a lot faster, man. Yeah. And because I mainly work with Maisha Chavez and Roberto Silva Monkey. They do shows here, too. They're both Puerto Rican. So they're cool with the speed. That's what I'm bringing. And the Mexicans pace it a little more. They have a better pace. They're more understandable. Yeah. They have a steadier, like in English, most English people, boom, 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 there's a beat to it.
Right.
Salvadorans, Puerto Ricans, the Bone Thugs, bro. Everybody. You just slow down just to catch your breath.
So it is different.
Yeah, it is different.
Very different.
The cadence is different. I don't like to say there is a beat to it. Comedy is a song.
Yeah. I imagine you say 6 years, but technically you probably put in 12 by doing the two different languages.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah. Honestly, and I opened up for Flo Hernandez for like a year and a half. That was like a cheat code because I was doing work every weekend, and especially the first 3 years, you don't perform that much. You don't. And he took us all over. I was in the comedy group for a while, and because of Flo, man, he just took us all over, man. Then I met guys like Midnight. Midnight was cool. He sat me down, hey, this and that. You just meet so many cool dudes like that help you out. They don't have to, is what I'm saying, And now I work with AJ and Richard Moore, and like we go over jokes over text, like, what do you think about this and that? And then we start roasting each other, like,
oh, that's
hey, that was funny, and hey, you should write that down. All right, cool.
And the roast can become a tag then too.
I have a book that's just punchlines. I just started it. I only have one sheet. It's my new thing. I'm trying to be more organized. I'm so messy, bro. It's terrible. I'm in my room like, you know how messy I am, bro? No lie, bro. My mom and brother are going to hate that I say this one. I went to Walmart once because I had to travel. I bought underwear and socks because I didn't know which ones were clean or dirty because I'm so messy. So I was like, I have 4 hours. I want to take a nap. Go to Walmart. It's a lot easier. It's already packed. It's already rolled up. My brother goes, you bougie. I'm very messy, man. They're like, Virgo's supposed to be neat. Not this one, sir. No. But I got one for Spanish now, one for English, period, and then I got punchlines. It doesn't matter what language because I can translate that so they're all in English. I mean, obviously before a show, the week of, I'll study. I'll be like, ba 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 ba, improv, ba ba ba, duck, see when it comes out better. And sometimes I'm dyslexic, so I mess up a lot. But people kind of get it. They're like, I was like, oh, thank God they're doing charity. They're laughing. I was like,
well, that's one of the things I wanted to get into going to open mics. I wanted to go to some of the Spanish speaking rooms because I know I can do English there. It'll be fine. But I can't find them is the problem. So I'm going to have to reach out to somebody and find where they're at. Like the Spanish, I would love to get on that because Ralphie May, that's what he did when he moved to California.
I didn't know that.
He would go to the Spanish speaking rooms and then learn the culture And then he learned just, enough Spanish to get along with everyone. But then if you watch his special, Just the Truth, I think is what it's called, he speaks about every culture. And he just, he does the stereotypes and he does the jokes. But, I would love just to get involved in, the Spanish-speaking rooms. I think.
No, I'll send you a DM on there's one room now that just started at the Dallas Comedy Club. It's called Dame Cinco, Give Me Five. You have to get invited for it, but I can hit up Monkey. He runs it. And,
all right, cool.
You do 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. That would be awesome because it's a different crowd to work on too. Because every crowd is different. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whether it's a Spanish-speaking crowd, a black crowd, white crowd, Asian crowd, whatever you get, the room's different. People laugh differently. That's what my favorite rooms are. Black rooms. Yeah. Because people, when they don't think you're funny, they're not going to laugh.
You hit that on the Flo told me that, and then Celebrity goes, I'm that California guy. We are all the same. We're all equal, and we are. But the rooms are different. Celebrity told me. Sir, they'll be eating a chicken wing at you this chicken wing's more interesting than you. They'll be eating their salad. They'll be eating a beef salad, a steak, whatever. They're like, this smoothie is more interesting than you.
Yes.
You got to come out with a walk-up joke and just hit him in the mouth.
Yeah.
He was doing Legends. That one started up again, that open mic. I went up there twice and I felt like a bomb. He goes, you did well. He goes, you didn't kill, but you did well. And I was like, nah. And then the third time I just went up there, I was like, man, you ever sneeze so loud, your booty clap? And then they're like, what the f***? I was like, oh, look, what's up, man? What's up, preacher, man? When'd you get out? And then just little shit like that. I'm like, damn, you fine. Too bad your teeth are fake. And then I was like, just walk in the room. This one girl was like, I'll you up, bitch. I was like, yes, you will. I was like, I am not a fighter, ma'am. And then I put in my little bit, and Celebrity's in the back. He went like this, keep going, because everybody's here. And I ended up doing like a 15-minute set. And there was other sets where he hit me with the light, right at 4. I was like, that was the set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I probably didn't do 15 minutes, but it felt like it.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing is if you get people in a black room laughing, you're good. But if you can't get them laughing, you're done.
Honestly, you're 100% right because I worked the Red Room a lot at the Hyenas one. Mm-hmm. And dude, I've made everyone laugh there. Yeah. From the redneck guy to the blue-collared white guy to the Latino, black dude, Asian, everything is there, bro. But then you come to the improv here, and this is the more general one that I see my mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Because but it's just tough because everyone wants to laugh, dude.
Yeah.
I got some redneck jokes, and I was talking about my weight. I was talking about leaving at home, talking about Rafi May. Guys like Rafi May, I forget. I discovered him late. Honestly, the first time I saw his real on Netflix was 4 years ago, which isn't that long ago. Guy's fucking
hilarious.
I can't imagine roasting with that guy. He'd murder me. And I can hold my own, bro. I feel very confident going on whoever. I got a line for them. I'm not saying I'm going to win, but I got a line that's going to hurt. and dude, that guy was, he'd make me cry, bro. He was amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing. It's a bummer. I never got to meet him, and I always wanted to. God bless you. What was it like the first time you hosted, when you finally got that gig and you got called up?
Oh, man. Honestly, I think it was with Flo in the Red Room. And I was nervous, and I didn't do too good. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't too good. I did okay. It just, I was rushing my bits, and now I know where they're at. I have a bit, the focus one, when I talk about getting my prostate checked, I make fun of, Dr. Lee, focus. That's like a 15-minute bit. So what I do now, I chop it into threes. I talk about when I got my Fitbit. Then I talk about going to the gym, and then I might do the focus one, depending how much time I got to do. If I see 8 comics, like this weekend, I'm running a show in the Red Room, and it's 8 of us, I think, 7 of us. But I'm not hosting it, but I'm doing a 10 to 12 minutes. If I had to host it, honestly, I would just do crowd work for 5 minutes, and I would do a bit the first 5 to 8 minutes, and then in between, I just do a little crowd work. Just have fun, bring them up, reset the room. Someone bombs, I'll do a bit, I'll do time. If it's going well, hey, Duck's next. Hey, Joe Blow's next. Hey, Michelle's next. Just bring them up.
So you like the crowd work?
Oh, for sure, man.
How did you get into that? From the beginning, were you doing it, or?
I had it in me. It's just my dad funny, my mom funny, and it had me. I found this out when my dad, sucked. He was in his deathbed. He told me my grandma in El Salvador, his mom, would tell funny stories to her girlfriends when they would come over for coffee. Because over there, in Latin America, we have coffee and bread at night also. Not just in the morning. We're caffeine addicts, bro. Dearly, dude, my great grandma, God rest her soul, dude. She would give us in a little spoon. She would give us coffee with sugar when we were babies, bro. We were 8 months, so we've been fiends, bro. She was basically a stand-up, from what I heard. She would tell them funny stories, and she liked pranks. In El Salvador, they get the eggshells and fill them up with confetti, and then you get this little tape on top and put them on their head.
Oh yeah,
they would all do that. Yeah, year round though. This was okay. I was like, we are fighting in the U.S. if you do this. But I was working with Butch Lord. We had those 30-man, and I'm talking man in general, male, female comedy showcases. And dude, there's where I just came up, that was where you just developed, you know what I'm saying? And it helped me. I hosted a couple. I did bad because there were so many comics. I was over. He said, dude, you're behind 9 minutes. It's like, he goes, all these other last 4 or 5 comics you got here, they had an 8-minute set. Now they got a 6-minute set or 7-minute set, whatever. I was like, fudge, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, he told me on one show, he goes, hey, bro, I want you to release the beast and do some crowd work. You're closing the show. You're doing it. I was like, because he was telling me, he would chop me up. Sorry, I got ahead of the story. He goes, hey, those 3 jokes we've been working on the whole week. What are we doing? You need bits. That's a special power. Use your bits.
So what's a bit?
A bit, just like your joke, your written joke. Let's say I have a joke about a water. We worked on this. We know it's 90 seconds long. I tell everybody in the beginning, don't worry. I learned this from Dean Lewis too. I took his class. Don't even worry about it being funny. I'm like, you're crazy. No, but the funny will come. Just write it out. So when they say I have a bit, I know it works. It's 90 seconds, 2 minutes long. Boom. Then I transition some way, somehow. Or maybe I don't. You just go into me talking about the table. Me talking about my weight, which is the bit. I got so many jokes about that. I got those 3 jokes, and I know it's a 5-minute set. Butch was huge on that with me. He would tell me, dude, your ADD's killing me today. I was like, he would watch your set at the open mics. That was the thing about his class. I took those classes for networking. I know no one can make you funny. But I took one with Paulus Farrell, and he showed me this trick, dude. Get the water bottle, and you write your bits here real big. So I would, when I started, dude, I'd be like, why? And this one guy's like, why do you drink your water like that? I was looking at my jokes, and then I just take a sip. So then when I started taking 2 water bottles.
There you go.
One for bits, one for thirst.
Yeah, I never even thought about doing that.
Paulus Farrell showed me that. Or what you do, you get a pretty decent sized paper and you put it right by your water bottle. And he goes, hey, dude, just go neck down. Like, you go to the water. So you go to the water and you put your face on it because it's so dark. And that happened to me once. I was at a show. There was one light, bro. And I couldn't see my shit. And I was like, oh, no. I just did crowd work that day. He goes, great job. You don't have any written jokes? I'm like, yeah, those are written. He goes, bull. And I was like, I lied. But yeah, Butch really told me to hold it in. And then one day he just told me, you're doing a 10-minute set today or 15. I was like, oh, bro. Because the headliner of our showcase couldn't make it. I don't know what happened or had another gig. And he goes, so you're going to close it? And I was like, no, don't do that. And he goes, do it. Do it, young Jedi. And I was like, oh, man, Yoda, I can't. And I went up there and I did like 18. I went over it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he goes, nah, man, the crowd work is an intangible thing.
So how do you engage in that? When you walk on stage, are you looking for people? Are you looking for people before you get on stage? Or is it just a natural you're good at talking and you're just like, all right, I'm going to come back at you. I got you.
I'm a natural talker, bro. And now I learned this from celebrity. As soon as you walk into a club, look at the flyer. Such and such, like, this is a white show. This is a black show. Cool. Walk in. Look at the crowd. Look at the ages. Okay. Instead of saying, this explicit word, say this, say that, say kitty, instead of the P word or whatever. Listen to the music they're playing. Like, oh, they're playing smooth jazz here, dude. This is different. It's a grown folk show. They're playing trap music. Like, oh, this must be a strip club after the show. You know what I'm saying? You just pay attention, man. And then you see someone, you're like, all right. And then, because it's so hard to host, when you go up hosting, you're the one taking the first slugs. There's no reading nothing. Man, you can read something, but you're taking the first punches in the stomach, man, hard. Then the feature, headline, wherever you're going, because I mainly feature now or host. So I'll be like, all right, I just pay attention, man. Just look at all the people coming in and out. You got to be a sniper, bro. You're like, hey, these people here in the back left laughing real hard. So I'm going to go at them, like kind of put my energy towards them. I'm doing my material, no crowd work. And then if someone laughs too loud, I'm like, dang, can you be at all my shows? I think most comics say something like that. But I'll be like, dang, I need you for my ego or whatever. And just, it really depends. Like one time some girl dropped some nachos and I went down there and grabbed one. I was like, it's okay, guys. We all know it's there. It's $18, And then I just kept going. Everybody laughed. And after that, I had everyone's attention. Because it's tough doing these 10-man shows, man.
It's tough to hold people's attention, too. Yeah. But you do it so well, like I said, because you're you. It's like on stage, which I find to be hard. And I tell everyone this. I don't have a persona on stage yet. I haven't formed one for whatever reason. But watching you, how do you transfer that energy from yourself off stage to on stage, like being yourself? How did you find that? Were you always that way? Or
honestly, it took time. I remember MTV Self-Made? Remember that show? I need to Google his name. It was a tall, thin, white guy comic, and he acts a fool, man, which is a terrible description. That describes so many comics. And most of us, right? Just besides the white part. Like no, that's most of us, bro. I don't know. This one guy wanted to be made into a comic. He gets off stage and everything. That guy was like, dude, you were funny for an hour. He goes, man, that's a 10-month set I've been working on, son. And people, this, how hard it is to get 5 minutes. Get one good laugh, it's hard work, bro. Long story short, he goes, kid, this is the biggest thing I can tell you. When you are in the backyard of a barbecue, Sweet 16, graduation, when you're with your buddies, your family, and you're just bullshitting, we're all having beers, we're eating a burger, eating hot dogs. You guys are just shooting the shit, right? You're having a good, hey, Doug, don't hit me with that skinny G joke, you mother. And just like that, you know? That, okay, he goes, all right, stop. And then they were all jiving for a while. He got the moment. They started like talking, hanging out. The guy got comfortable. The kid that wanted to be a comic. The professional tells him, see? That's what you need to bring on stage. Being yourself. You had your guard down. I set you up, though. I know what I'm doing. This is what I do with young comics. He goes, just get in a circle with a bunch of dudes, the people you love, and just chop it up. Just be yourself. Talk about the game. You don't like games? Talk about your new laptop. Talk about your audio equipment. Talk about the new energy drink. You're just chilling, being yourself. And that's who I am. I'm loud. I talk. Dude, I'm me on stage now. I really am. Do I get nervous? Yeah. Do I get thrown off? See, that's the tough thing with crowd work, too. You don't want to use it too much because then you throw off balance on your bits. Right. I tell everybody, do your bit, crowd work. If I'm going to do crowd work, I try to do it in the beginning. And then maybe when I'm transitioning. But no, this bit is done. This chapter's done. I around a little bit. All right. And then I hit them with another bit. But usually it's just all the jokes are set up. They're not in a certain order. I learned that from Reymundo. I asked him this because he did a 2-hour set in San Antonio. It was fucking insane. Wow. He murdered, bro. Wow. I've never seen that live. I was like, because Rafa has his official feature, so they travel all over. And we're in San Antonio, and I was like, wow. And
to kill it for 2 hours is insane. Because anything more than 45 minutes to an hour, you're asking a lot. Yeah. And so 2 hours, whoo.
The 95 minutes in was as strong as the first 15.
That's insane.
I'm not. He goes, Fernando, doing this as you were a kid. He goes, I get that because it bugs me when people say that because I've worked with people that have been doing the same shit for 20 years and they suck at it. It's not for everyone. I mean, it's just, you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's one guy, I'm doing it for 10 years. I'm like, then why are you working in the same room I am? I don't say that. I'm like, but yeah, man, it's just, I asked him, hey, how do you go about your set? He goes, honestly, bro, I have my bits written. They're ready. I don't know what I'm going to say when I go up on stage, though. I don't know if I'm going to do this and that. I mix it all up because we were there for the weekend and he used the same jokes. There were different jokes, but he did the same amount of time. But he goes, I got a lot of material. And he mixed around, though. Like, the closure was in the middle. Then the next day, the closure was the beginning. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, but doing that, all of them must have been really strong. Yeah. To be able to move around. Because you want to start with your strongest and end with your strongest.
Yes, 100%.
So to be able to just do that across the board, he must have just had crazy strong material.
Yeah, Duck, you hit that on the money. Flo, because when I had to do longer sets, like 30-minute sets, Flo told me, you know what? I'm not saying you're not funny. But I know you're not used to 30-minute sets, but I'm pushing you to do it. So, all right, cool. He understands. Like, that's what I'm doing. I got 20. And to this day, I'm comfortable with 30 and under. Like, 30 and under. 25 is butter for me. It's perfect. I mean, if you want to kill, you don't want to do well. He told me start off with the best you got. The best 4 or 5 jokes you got. If you fade, it. You're good at talking kid. You're good. So talk for another 8 minutes. Yeah. I was like, that's a lot. He goes, no, it's not. Control it, work the room from left to right. And if you really run out of material, say, hey, man, there's a staff here, tip them well. You can get 40 seconds out of that. There's so many little tricks in the comedy game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm loving listening to you talk about it right now because you're giving me so much good insight and information, stuff I've never even thought about before.
Oh, man. Honestly, because I feel like I'm a 3-year comic because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a bunch of Zoom shows, bro. Like, sometimes I do lie. I'm like, oh, I'm 10 years in just to get booked. You know, like that. I only take comics 8 and up. I'm like, well, I've been doing it for 10 years, sir.
There you go.
And they're like, oh, for real? And they're like, oh, man, you're a killer. I've never heard of you. I was like, yeah, I just started. But you ain't got to know that. But, nah, dude, honestly, there's so much to learn, bro. And we got to do some shows. I usually do the show in Fort Worth. I get that one about once a month. You want to come down, let me know, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Be fun, man. I tell everybody do 8 to 10 minutes. I usually close it with like 10, 20 minutes.
I need to work. I have about 7 minutes right now.
And you're ready then.
But it's not good.
Honestly, dude, I'm a nerd. I went to school for creative writing. You don't want to throw something at me, just DM it to me, bro. Yeah, honestly.
I was going to ask, what's your writing process like? It sounds like you kind of have writing partners here and there, but how do you do it? Do you long-hand it on paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know what? It's better and more efficient to be on the laptop, 100%. Do it on the laptop. But the pen and the pad slows you down. So do you really want to write this long piece of joke? Write it. Write it. But really think about each word means something, Instead of saying like, say love it. Instead of saying say I hate this. Have a power word in there. And, reaction, to a face reaction, to a movement, yell. Back up from the mic. Are you kidding me? Little stuff like that. I learned some of the stuff from Dean Lewis' class, but some of it I already had in me, from watching Netflix. And I'm always watching Netflix, HBO Max. I'm a nerd, bro. I'm a nerd. Jerry Garcia's special on there, I've probably seen it 7 times. I work with him, so why not learn his material?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then one time I was like, dude, I got a dating joke. He goes, hey, Panda. All of us have a dating joke. There's so much we can talk about. But there's a panda version of it. There's a Jerry. There's a duck version of it. Don't get in your head about that shit. So I told him, I don't want you to think I'm going, bro, you're good. You're good. You're here for a reason, and I'm here for a reason. You're good. You earn your spot here, bro. You got material. You're good. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. I was getting in my head, like, oh, man, Duck and me, I'm opening for Duck, and I'm fucking using Duck jokes, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I had these before you, or maybe you inspired the jokes. There's nothing wrong with you. Oh, man, there's nothing wrong with Inspire. That's even more beautiful to me.
I think that's great. When I watch stand-up comedy, I want to write stand-up comedy.
Yes.
Immediately. I'm just like, so when I'm watching like Bill Burr or Dave Chappelle or whoever, and like these guys who just mastered the craft, like then all of a sudden I'm like, I want to write. But then I'm like, well, what's my voice? What do I want to say? And then it's important to speak your truth.
Yeah.
And the problem with my set is I speak my truth, but I don't have a way of telling people, hey, this is my truth at the beginning of it. So I got to figure that out. But I was going to ask about the performance that you were just talking about. You're big on that. Like, you're very animated on stage. That take time to learn, or was that something?
It's natural.
Natural?
Well, it did take about 2 years to come on stage. But let me go back. With Chappelle and Joe Rogan, all these other things, I admitted the first 2-3 years, they were using other people's bits. Like, not word for word, but so it's okay, bro. I have other people's stuff on there, and it motivates me, bro. I'm like, get that muscle going. They're masters, bro. Yeah. Like Chappelle and Kevin Hart, Rogan, they're different levels. When you say my favorite, like to me, they're not even people anymore. They're like stars. They're in the moon, like hey, but you never mention Chappelle or Hart or this and that. I'm like, wow, they got money. They really do it because they love it. Come on, with the Spotify stuff, all the UFC. You think Joe Rogan needs the money?
No,
he literally said, "I have money."
Yeah.
But what was the question you just asked?
I was going to ask your performance. You said you are a natural at the performance, and you do perform. Like, but it seems like it's like you're kind of like that off stage then too. Like you're just animated.
I'm very animated, bro.
Yeah.
Like you should see me when we're playing volleyball. I'll try to record it. I'm like when someone up, like. When I mess up, I'm like, oh, bro. They were making fun. I'll DM you a video. I think I still have it. We're playing volleyball, and this one girl, she can serve, bro. It's like a 90-mile-per-hour ball. And like I dig to get it, and it hits me in the chest. And like my friends made a video of it, and they're like, oh, Mr. Fundamentals, and I'm like, I was like, oh, they can see my video. I'm like, bro, she got me good. This girl's athletic. She's at a prime 38, chubby. I just like being active, But I've always been very animated. I'm very loud, bro. My brother tells me, shut up. You know what I'm saying? My brother's pretty quiet and chill the first month. You get to know him. After that, he's as loud as me. He can say whatever he wants. He's loud as My dad, he was like that too. Like my dad was still alive, I would invite you to a barbecue. You would leave the house with Tupperware for a second meal. You would leave with 4 waters and a Coke, and you would have a nickname.
Oh, that's awesome.
Duck el güero, ¿qué onda? Dad, he's a Spaniard, but he's güero, and like, he just keep going. He give a
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you'd be diabetic. He'd give you a coffee and sweet bread. Dad, he's a diabetic. Oh, okay. You want sweet bread? You're gonna kill him. I'll die happy. Man, my dad was something else. He was hilarious. Natural crowd worker, my dad. Worked the room, didn't write one joke, and he was just naturally funny, bro. He'd like hosting, had a party, didn't really drink. There's one guy, you don't even drink. I'll take a shot. I think my dad take a shot twice in his life, maybe drink a beer twice also, maybe 3 times his whole life. Wasn't a drinker. But, let's say he knew you were a drinker. He's like, hey, man, give me one. Everybody's like, what? Bro, he sipped it twice. Like this. Like but, he was hosting, so he wanted to make you feel comfortable.
So you kind of saw that, and it trickled down into you. Because you seem like you're the same way. You're very personable. Like I said, you like people. It comes across on stage. I don't know how, it's so wild because, like, I was watching earlier, and I'm just like, I'm excited to talk to him because I know we're going to have a fun conversation. You know what I mean?
No, it'd be great, dude. You know what? I want my biggest gift to be is to develop the most talent. I don't know why. It's in my head lately. Like, what's going to be? I don't know. I doubt I'll be the best comic ever. Like, or Mount Rushmore. Or maybe I'll just be an open micer the whole day. That's okay. But I really like helping people, bro. Part of me is like, I wish I would have been a doctor, maybe a professor. But I was like, you know what? Most of us comics are head anyway. Yeah. So why not? Why can't I help out comics? Like I reached out to another comics. Hey, bro, all of us battle with anxiety and depression. It's something in our genetics. We're from a tribe, bro. We might not look the same, but our gene pool, our psyche, we're from the same tribe, bro. A lot of us battle something, and that's okay. The thing is not to hurt yourself, not to end it. Don't do that. You know, people don't like talking about it, especially us as males. Oh, no, we're alphas, you know. We got hair in our ass. We can't. You know? It's okay, bro. Feel down. Just hit up your homies. You know, hey, dude, want to go grab a burger at Chili's? All right, let's go.
It's so true.
Or if not, dude, I know we're all busy, bro. We're all busy. I was late today. I mean, I came all the way from downtown Fort Worth, and I was like, dang, I should have timed this better. The people were moving those oversized their mobile homes. I was like, there's some white trash going on over here. So someone just got their W-2, fool. That's racist because some of my cousins got some of those. Nah, man, we just need to help each other out. FaceTime each other, man. And Doug, I'm telling you, right, if you ever need to talk to anyone, you don't want to say you're going feeling like hit me up. I'll reply, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have one of my buddies over, and I'm not gonna say his name. You know, it's personal. But I told him, bro, why is this such a big thing to talk about? Like, we can't talk about it, especially as males. You know, like, oh, he's we said, like, bro, all of us go through. We just. The thing is, Brendan Schaub said it best. We all have depression, but some people stay stuck in it and have deeper pulls. I don't think about it like that. He goes, because he was going through some. He goes, then he was thinking one day because one of his friends about it, like takes medicine, some other stuff. Like they just have trauma, a bunch of other stuff. And some people don't even have trauma. It's just they're just depressed. It happens. He said, yeah, I just realized, I was going through some. I was depressed for like 2 weeks, and then that friend goes, try 2 years. He goes, yeah. Fuck. Not that he's better, but he goes, you're bitching about little shit. About a business move didn't work. I lost $500K.
Oh, dang.
Whatever, you know. And he goes, I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm well. I got my 2 kids. I got a banging wife. You know, and I was like, man, that's true. And there's always a positive thing. If you have all those things, like, bro, we all matter. We need a duck. You're so nice, bro. You bring good energy. We need someone like you. You know how many podcasts have been on the guy's a dick?
Oh, dude, I hate that. Well, for me, what it is you're the star of this podcast. Right now, all I am is hosting it. You know what I mean? But I want you to come out and your personality come out, which it has. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hate that when podcast hosts are dicks. Like, I get it. It's funny, and you can play off each other, but don't be mean to the guests. Like, they took time out of their day to come up here and do this, you know what I mean?
Hey everyone, it's just Stuck jumping in to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you dig it, please head over to our website at improvtx.com, where you can check out our calendar for all the upcoming shows in Addison, Arlington, Houston, and San Antonio. And don't forget to follow our social media, all links in the description. And with that, back to the podcast.
I was going to ask, what was the weirdest thing you ever saw on stage? Because it sounds like you've been to some wild shows.
Man, nothing too crazy, bro. I don't know. Besides people getting kicked out, I was in the red room. I'm mainly at the red room. I book myself. I rent the room, so it's not like I'm getting booked a lot. I book myself. That's what I'm gonna tell the comics. Everybody's like, man, you're busy. I said I keep myself busy.
I was gonna say that you find a way to be on shows.
Yeah, I book them. I book them.
That's so smart.
Yeah, it's just, hey, dude, at my level, no one knows me. Why should they pay $20? They don't know I gave out already probably like 15 tickets. You know, it's my business. You know, sometimes the owner does book me, but most of the time it's me. You know, and just make it happen. Like the shows in LA I got. Most of them, the one in March, I booked it. I paid for the room and this and that, and I do my best. You know what I'm saying?
That's so smart, though, because that guarantees that you get the time that you need to perfect your craft, because this craft is hard.
Yeah. Even if you get on open mic, like, you're my best friend or whatever, I'm like, hey, bro, you know, I can give you 8 minutes today, but, man, I can't give you 20 all the time. Because here and there, I've been to mics, like, the guy was like, to say, hey, dude, can I do like 15 minutes because I'm working on a 30-minute set? He goes, yeah, cool. And the guy went towards the end. There was like 4 people, and the guy was raw. I was like, I don't even remember that. It was when I first started, and I was like, damn, this guy's really putting his... I went up there and did 5 minutes, didn't even give a about it. And I just went up. I was like, man, I was up next. I was about to walk home. I was hungry. I already thought about the Whataburger I was about to eat, bro. I was like, oh, so excited. And then I'm like, dude, this dude, like, killed it. And no one's here.
Yeah.
That's the toughest thing in comedy is the open mics. Having the balls to go up. And then when you're on stage, one person's paying attention to you. But I think Carlos Mencia said, and say what you say about him. They say he's a great actor, not a great comic. He's funny. But I get it. You know, stealing jokes, you. You know what I'm saying? Dude, Duck, just imagine you and me are having a writing session. And then you're like developing a joke. And it's still, you know, it's just an idea. And I take it. And you're going to be like, bro, I love Panda, but I'm going to punch him in his nuts. I don't care if he kicks me. I'm going to punch him in his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me is... It's like me taking your laptop.
It's a death nail to comedy. Is what
100%.
Like,
bro.
It's the number one rule. You do not snipe other people's material. And if you have a similar bit, you guys are going to have to talk it out.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it, because at the end of the day, there's a high percentage chance that you're going to have a bit that's similar in some way.
Yeah.
But if it's word to word, somebody stole something from someone. And that you don't do that.
Like, let's say you and me hit the road. Bro, it's easy to prejudge. We're going to have big boy jokes. Simple. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, now if we have the same Whataburger, Diet Coke, French fry, ice cream, like, hey, yo, Duck, We gonna have to talk about that joke.
That's terrifying. You a big guy, dude. I'll be like, you can have the joke.
Nah, you're good. I haven't had that conversation before with anyone, honestly. Yeah. Thank God. The Dallas scene is really dope. I went to Louisiana. It was cool. We're just more organized. And no disrespect to them. I was there because they had a festival. And they were cool, but you can tell, like, it's kind of like, over here, it's like, all right, cool. 8 o'clock, we're starting. Boom. Hey, Duck's the host. All right, he's hosting the first block. Boom. And over there, they were like a little too chill. I think also it was the festival, though, and they were happy because there was like 3 or 4 headliners there, like Nick Guerra and Ocean Live. And Ocean Live's on Blackish. He's on Netflix. I mean, he opened up for Deion Cole. So he was there. I opened up for him in Fort Worth. He was cool, man. He remembered me. He goes, "Stop, Pants." I'm like, "Oh, he remembers me." He goes, "This is a funny motherfucker right here." I was like, "Oh, hell yeah." Get the black approval. But that was dope. In LA, I mean, I'm born and raised in LA, but I left right at 18, bro. So really, I love to say I'm a Dallas comic. Now, when I work with some other headliners, I won't say their name. They just told me I love Dallas. I'm from Dallas, but say you're an LA comic. There's some better that comes out. Everyone thinks you're from LA, Chicago, Miami. No, not Miami. Maybe Miami. New York. Those are the 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just say Boston. You know, there's something special about y'all.
Yeah,
like,
we're building a comedy community.
We're the next ones, bro. We really are. I don't give. I'm not just because I'm biased. Am I biased? 100% I'm biased. But dude, look at Ralph Barboza. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna tell you we've done some shows together here at the Improv. Hyenas. We're not friends, but we're cool. We're comedy. I tell him, like, you're my comedy brother. I see him as a comedy brother. You know, like, we met because of comedy. You know, we could have passed by together at Walmart, and not know who the hell we were if it wasn't for comedy. You know, Midnight, and then Luis Suarez. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Juarez always. Because of the soccer player. But, you know, like, they're not. Like, at Midnight, I've had a couple of shows with him. We did a Spanish show in New York. He helped me so much. Talked to me about deposits. Mm-hmm. Talked to me about contracts. He told me to, you know, hey, bro, you don't have to be loud all the time, which is cool. Something I'm working on. And he just told me, you're a good writer, bro. Just slow down, this and that. Like, so much advice. You didn't have to do it. That's what I'm saying. Great dude. I can't say bad about Midnight, man.
Yeah, Midnight's awesome.
He's awesome, bro. Yeah. And dude's legit, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
he does really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask, what is your advice for upcoming comics? You've given so much advice already, but, like, what would be the one thing that you would say, like, somebody who wants to try out open mic or get on stage for the first time? Or even someone like me who's only a year in.
I know you're in.
Yeah, only a year.
You're doing great then, man.
Yeah.
You already got 7 minutes. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not good.
Don't worry about it. Look, you need to worry about it right now. Let's talk about you. Just memorize your
Yeah.
Memorize your be you.
That's in the car, just repeating it over and over.
You know what I do to that trick? I would read it word for word, no personality, on your iPhone and play it on your car. Do that.
So you record it and
I record it. I'd be in my room. And then the Red Bull and that. And I would even say punchline, blah, blah, blah. Like, anal about it, bro. I need to get back to that, actually, because I'm trying to get more material, new material. And I'm getting back to that. But I haven't found a good bit yet that's like, you know, I'm working on my Theo Daddy stuff. My godson, he's hilarious. But it's kind of the same jokes in different words. Because he is funny, though. He goes, oh, man, I love sitting on you. I love laying on you. Oh, my God, your boobies are big. Hey. And he says this bro, I'm not. This one now. This one of my friends gave me this joke. She's white and she had a kid with a Mexican dude, and the little kid came out white, bro, blonde, but he's hood as like he's an Oak Cliff kid, and they were at the Redbird Mall, which is a black mall, and there was a black Santa, and they're on the second floor, and she's looking down, and they just bought him some shoes or something, and then he's looking down, Mama, look it, Santa's not black. Why is Santa burnt? Oh, she was, no, well, shut.
Oh my God.
He grabbed him by the mouth and just left. She wanted a Julius, you know what I'm saying? She goes, no, you. You're going to get me cut up. No, honestly, focus. I learned this from DJ Quick. Instead of creating a whole album and giving it to someone that you think, you know, going to make you the next best thing. Let's say you're handing me or whoever a joke and it's 15 minutes long, 12 jokes in there. Focus on one joke, bro. DJ Quick said, dude, look, bro. First of all, if you give me a demo back in the day when you gave tapes and CDs, give me a demo. And people be like, are you going to listen to it? You got your laptop right there. You got your CD player, you know, back then. And he goes, no. I am very physical. I am very expressive. I make a living off of making beats, off of rapping, off of music. So if I go, it's going to crush you, bro, because it would crush me. They did that to me. I don't want to do that. So I listen to it when I'm ready. When I'm in my room, I'm in my studio, I'm in the car vibing. I don't know, Eminem said he bought a certain car just because of the stereo. And he would bump someone's beat or someone that wanted a feature. He would just drive. He would be in his garage, just be like, inside his car, bro. And then like Lloyd Banks and 50 were like, bro, I thought you had like this badass studio. And then he goes, I do, but I like vibing in my car. At the time, that's what he said. Honestly, bro, focus on one song. Focus on one joke. And that's all that matters. That way I remember Duck. Yeah. You got a cool name. You got to have some Duck You know what I'm
I was
saying?
going to say Duck and Panda. Panda's a great name. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
And a lot of people...
I like Duck, though. Duck's so cute. The thing is, Panda, people love pandas. Like,
Yes.
think they're cute. Ducks are cute as bro. Like, why not? Be like, my name is Duck. You want to something stupid, bro.
I mean, that's honestly... The first time I did comedy, I got off stage, and this smoking hot girl was like, you did really well. And I was like... thanks. And I got real nervous and ran away.
No, Duck.
Yeah. And then the first time I did the show, I did Dean Lewis's class also. I got off stage, smoking hot girl again. Hey, you did really good. And I'm just like, I got to go over here. I just got so nervous, man. I just don't have the game.
There's no, dude, see, that's the thing as men. We think there's got to be game, cologne, like some type of pull card. No, be yourself, bro. Most chicks don't give a about that. I mean, the last 2 girls I went out with, you would not. I'm not trying to be negative on myself or my body type. You didn't think I would have pulled them, but I was on myself. I made them laugh.
Yes.
That's the thing. You make them laugh, then you make the booty clap. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say that. But be yourself, bro. To some girl, see, us as men, like, we always want to 10. We like the trophy. We're hunters. People don't like to, hey, so misogynist. Shut the up. It's what we like. Bro, but I've dated everything. If you see the date, or the few chicks that I've dated, short, chunky, thick. The last one, 5'7", $155. I mean, beautiful body. Look better without clothes. Like, it's like, how the hell do you hide that? Like, how? Well, I'm half Puerto Rican. Well, I know where the good half is at. But, dude, honestly, going back to the jokes, be yourself, bro. Be yourself. Like, right now, you're comfortable. You're a happy dude, man. Be yourself. Write about stuff that's happened to you, bro. We all have 2 or 3 jokes that has only happened to you. If you your pants one day, we all have. Yeah. Talk about that, bro. Hey, you know what pisses me off? I've been in the green. I was in Las Vegas. Oh, shout out to my friend Juan Garcia Chepo. He's awesome, bro. Dude, he was like at the Laugh Factory. You can take a comedy class. Like, do you know what he took it at 14, 15?
Oh, wow.
Bro, at 21, he toured the nation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love Chepo. He's my boy. We're the same age, but he's been in the game like 17 years. Something ridiculous, bro. Like, he's a full-time comic, pays all his bills off of comedy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Juan Garcia, check him out. Chepo, he's hilarious, bro. He puts me on game a lot. And we don't necessarily talk about jokes. We talk about life and how to approach comedy, the business, how to brand yourself. You know, he does get on me on certain stuff. But we're in the green room and with him, and then several times, not just with him, but other comics. I mean, these guys are headliners, bro. They got specials out. Dude, have a cadence, be yourself. Don't talk about pussy jokes, pussy fart jokes, dick jokes. Yeah. And then I see them on stage 20 minutes later. My little dick. I'm like, bro, just be funny.
Yeah.
Just be funny. Bro, don't worry about that, man. I was watching, I love the Joy Diaz, especially as on Netflix. It bugs me because it was so short. I wish he would have had another one, but he was talking about having anal sex. He goes, it's disgusting, man. It's open like a telescope. And he goes, it's a degenerate show. He goes, it's a dirty joke. It's a new joke. He looked at the camera. It's a new joke. Because Fluffy says that he carries a cameraman now, and he'll always, like, keep that. Like, he'll look at that way. That's his pin code when he's watching it. Oh, it's a new joke. They worked. Or crowd work. Or, comedy is, bro. You're on stage and it just came out. You see my ADD's kicking in.
Oh, you're fine. You were saying Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
He's. I know he said maybe it was Joe Rogan podcast, but he was saying just be funny.
Yeah, just be funny.
Just be funny.
That's the one I was talking about. He was wearing a Lakers jersey, I think. Or he goes, just be funny. How he gets. I like when Joey Diaz starts whispering. That's when he can say something. Back in '88, cocksucker.
He's an amazing storyteller.
I don't know how many lives he's lived, bro.
Yeah, unbelievable. He's done everything. He's been at the bottom of the barrel, and he's been at the top, too.
Now he's a family man with a kid that moved to Jersey. Like, are you kidding me? He goes, bro, I'm 49.
Yeah. And he takes care of people. That's the other thing. Is like, I know that he's the glue for like a lot of that big comedy scene, like the Brogans, as I call them.
Yeah, like the Lee Syatt looked all depressed and suicidal to me on the podcast when he first started. And he just kept getting him high. And he was just telling him, I can tell Joey Diaz and him clicked. And Joey was like, hey, bro, I battle the same you do, but you're not ending it, mother. You go when God takes you, or whatever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man.
He's just a caretaker.
He definitely is. But, dude, be yourself in comedy. Write every day, well, when possible. I don't really watch the news, but if you're a news guy, go for that. There's an angle for that, too. Yeah. Politics, if that's your thing, you can carry your own. Be ready for a smart to attack you. Because everybody's like, I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. Shut the up. Everybody wants your money. That's how I see it. Honestly, that's the one thing we can all agree on. It's green, green, green. That has no color but green. Yeah. That's the color that matters most. Be yourself, right, bro? Polish it. When I was in college, I studied architecture for a few years at UTA, and then I went to TCC, and Professor Arnie Radman showed me this. No design's ever done, but we have a due date. You can always change the design. There's a new lead thing, green stuff, make it more efficient. But We didn't have that a year ago when I had to turn in my deadline. So your joke, just work on it. And then one day you might have a tag. One day you got to do a clean show. One day you got a black room. One day you got to do a Asian room or a Latino room. Switch it up to a Spanish or maybe something a little racial for a black or an Asian room or whatever room. But no jokes ever is done. It's just, you get it. You get it to 90% and you wiggle. But be yourself, bro. That's the best thing. If you're a quiet, shy dude, boom. I'm a very animated, loud dude. There's no changing that. I've tried toning it down. It's not me.
Yeah, no. I think you need to
Be
keep doing
yourself.
that. Yeah,
Thanks,
100%. And I know everyone says slow down, which every comic needs to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
But your style is fast. Your style is like you keep saying ADD, like you're over the place, and like you got this attention, this and this and this. Like I'm medicated for ADHD. Whenever I wasn't medicated, I was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think it's a powerful tool to be able to use that and be able to be that interested, because what you do is really funny. You'll self-deprecate, or if something doesn't work, you'll make a tag off of it, and that is a strong talent to have because it buys back the audience. And so I would love to learn that eventually. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Hopefully doing this full time, headlining somewhere. Like I already have a special out for sure. That's my goal. I recorded on my birthdays. It's my little cheat code. So I can sell out the Red Room. I actually had turned back like 20 people. So they got one this year in September. I do 2 shows, and it held 70, 80 people. Sold it out.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, there's like 8 people standing. Oh, fire code. I didn't say that. No, it was good. They counted the tickets.
See what you just did there? That's what I was talking about. Like
thanks.
you'll say little things like that, like a fire code. Well, I love that. I think that is so unique. And for people who watch comedy for a long time, we don't necessarily laugh at the punchline. We laugh at the stuff in between. So saying something like fire code and then moving on.
But see, you're already analyzing the game. Right now, you're learning the game, bro.
Yeah.
It's like boxing. You're like, the first 2 or 3, Mayweather, the first 3 rounds, he's just reading you like a machine. He's putting in his data. You're like, oh, now when you drop your chin, I know you're going to throw a hook. Oh, you're then by round 8, you're like, this guy's stiff. No, it's that his rib cage is done. That's what you're doing to the audience. Right now, that's what you're doing in the game. You're learning, bro. And honestly, bro, like, just be yourself, dog. Like, that's one thing I can tell. There's only one Doug, bro. Say what you want. No, there's another white guy with my build. He's tall like me, whatever. He has whatever, my tattoo, and we're both from Joe Blow, Texas, or New York. Doesn't matter, bro. There's only one you. Even if you have an identical twin, your fingerprints are always different. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself, fool. Like, that's the one thing I tell them. People, I can see their cadences. I can see what they're doing. In the first 3 to 4 years, it's okay, bro. But after that, be yourself. But no, honestly, bro, I recorded, going back to that Red Room, I did a 50-some-odd minute set, the most time I've ever done. And I did it twice that night. So I was like, I can do it. Now, I don't call myself a headliner. I know I'm not ready for it, but I can do 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. But it's just, I'm a writer, bro. I was writing stories, poetry, books, little short story novels when I was a kid. They were you know what I'm saying? But I've been writing since I could remember. Right now, I'm not lying to you. I probably got 12 pads and they're up. Oh, wow. I'm ripping them and trying to put them all in one. That's the one bad thing. That's why I say overall, use the laptop, bro. But I mean, if you carry a pad with you, because what if that breaks? And you know what you should do too? What I do? I email myself my jokes once a week, once a month. Bro, you never know. And also, God forbid someone steals them from you, like, bitch, I got them in here.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
That. Legally, back today, the way you used to save your scripts, one of my buddies, shout out to my boy Wally, the scripts, when you had a story for a book or anything advertising, you would write it by hand or type it, print it, when there was typewriters, and mail it to yourself. But don't open it.
Oh,
this is how they used to do it back in the day.
Yeah.
And so then, God forbid, you got to go to court. Duck's ready, though. Like, hey, bro, we made up that Nike commercial 2 months ago. You worked for us, and then you left, and you went to Reebok, and you took our commercial. I didn't. All right, you then. Boom. Here's the envelope. Here's the envelope. I can't open it. Yeah. Can you guys, someone legally, I don't know how that goes, but he just told me, email yourself, at least that dates and all that. But hey, bro, this idea, the one, the book I told you about, this idea, I keep it to myself. He told me, hey, don't tell nobody. Mm-hmm. It's not nothing bad, bro. Like, you can write your own story about it, but the main idea is pretty cool. It's slick. I don't know if the book's going to be any good, but I mean, the main idea over it is original.
Do you think once you get through that first book, then the next ones will flow like water?
Yeah, I have the second one ready. It's basically a Latino version of The Outsiders.
All right, on, dude.
We used to have a fake gang name called Salchicha 13, which just means Sausage 13. Instead of MS-13, the Salvadoran gang, which is bad. I probably changed that, but I don't want to affiliate with something bad. But I figure I'm Salvadoran. We're not all bad, bro. I'm bald, not because I'm a thug. I just got a bad hairline. You know what I'm saying? Got a hairy ass though. Fuck. Want to look? No, I'm kidding. Doc, you looked. Good shit. Nah, but see how you're laughing right there? And some people have told me too on stage, don't be laughing, bro. Have a good time up there, bro. You're not faking. Don't fake it. Those guys you can tell like, no, bro, if you think it's funny, go for it, bro. Have a good time, brother. To be yourself, bro. You learn anything from today, Doug, be yourself and write your ass off.
Yeah.
Watch. It's okay to be inspired by Joe Rogan, Chappelle. They're the best. And now go look at the local shows. Those guys are your level. We're all open micers, bro. Don't matter, bro. They can do it for 5 years, 20 years. We're all open micers here, bro. We're all doing the improv. We're all doing the same mics. You know what I'm saying? They just got more experience. Some people are big-headed, but that's just a personality thing. Bro.
Yeah.
It's not even a success thing. Some people got 5 months in comedy and they're reacting like arrogant. You know, it's a personality thing.
Oh, yeah. There's people I know who just started and they think they're the best in the comedy. And it's just like, no, you probably suck.
Bro, I killed 2 of those. Butch Lord used to do these showcases. Honestly, there were 20 and up comics in there. 90 minutes. Honestly, a few of the shows were 2.5 hours. It was insane. I remember one of them being 3, but I think I'm just remembering wrong. It was that long ago, though. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 years ago, whatever, 5 years ago. Bro, I thought I killed a murder, man. I did a 5-minute, bro. I saw the video the other day. It was trash, man. I got like 8 strong laughs in 5 minutes, which is good, you know? But, bro, it was so much fluff. It was so much, Bro, I was like, shut the fuck. Oh, my God. Take that. My brother goes, watch it.
Well, the thing I've noticed just talking to you now, you're really good at not pausing with the ums and the ums. You do radio too, don't you? Yeah. How often do you do that?
We do it every other Wednesday on 95.7 Jalapeno FM with DJ Reeve, Lisa, and G Baby. So you can listen to us through the Pancho Pistola app, and we're on there, dude. There's music 24/7. So I'm on there, awesome. Yeah. And it's a Latin radio one, so they want me to do Spanglish. But before that, we did radio, and we were on Party105DFW.com, and that one, was naughty. It was like a podcast radio thing because there was music before and after. We would curse. It was just, but yeah, I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, just talking to you, I can tell that you're very experienced in it.
Oh, so. Reeve, man, he's my quarterback, bro. We sit across like this, and he'll be like, 5 seconds, you got to talk 15 seconds up here of time. And he'll be like this. I'm like, dude, coach, he's my Belichick. I'm Brady. But, Brady's not the most athletic dude. But if you told him to eat and he'd throw harder, he would eat because he knew he was going to throw harder. That's me. I'll be like, all right, Doug said it. Boom. He had my notes. Sometimes he'll tell me, all right, cool. Hey, man, be yourself. You got 30 seconds. Plug this, plug that. Talk a little don't curse, and just go. Because you can't turn off the cursing. It's very easy. Everyone's, how do you do it? It's very easy, bro.
There's a switch where you don't need it. Mm-hmm. And then I'll be talking to somebody, and I'll be like, oh, okay, now I can throw that in there because they're comfortable with saying it. Yeah. But like for most of my interactions, I don't curse or swear.
No, you really don't. It's me. I curse like a sailor. People don't know. Like, he does curse a lot. Like, I guess because I'm just talking in general.
No, it's just natural. Yeah. Is what it is. Well, we got to pimp the show.
February 11th, 11:30. I hope you come out, man, to 11:30.
It's a late night show. Those late night shows are so much fun.
Yeah, I'm pumped, bro. I think we have already over 110 people confirmed coming.
Oh, that's awesome. It's gonna be
all this. Yeah,
gonna fill up this room. It's gonna be amazing. So February 11th at 11:30, late night. There'll be 3 shows that night. You'll be the last show going on. But it'll be the best show, I think. So
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Panda, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.
Nice meeting you, man. If you ever want to write something out, let me know, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that'll rock.
Come out, dude. I do my little Red Room shows and other shows.
Come out. I need to come out. I 100% need to come out.
February's already booked, I think. So, maybe in May.
Yeah, I need to go check out the Red Room shows because I haven't been in the Red Room.
I went this Saturday if you want to come out check it out. I already have like 8 comics on there. I'd give you time. I promise you I would. Yeah. But I just added 2 comics yesterday because they're like, dude, I need to work out some. It's like that's the thing with the buddies. You're like, hey, bro, I'm gonna hit the road in a month or 2. I need to work out. I need 15. That's when you hit up your buddies. It's not. You're not being an. It's like I need to work out. You need to stage with real people. No disrespect to the open mics. We need them. But bro, you need those. Even if it's just 30 people in the room. But they're not comics and they're there to watch the show.
Yes, it makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Oh, bro. We got to do social media. We got Facebook, Panda the Comedian, and then Instagram, Fernando Panda Comedy.
Perfect.
Was there anything else that you had? TikTok or
TikTok,
Twitter?
Panda Comedy, Panda_comedy. Yeah, you're good, dude. You did all your homework, bro.
Oh, I just make sure that we get it in there because it's important because that's how people get booked. You know what
100%.
I mean? So you got to get that social media going. Well, Panda, thank you again. For all those listening, please support local comedy in any way, shape, or form that you can. With that said, we will see you on the next one.
Thank you, man.
Awesome, dude.
You're the man, Doug.
And there it is. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, please head over to improvtx.com to check out all our upcoming shows at the Addison, Arlington, Houston, and San Antonio clubs. If you like this podcast, you might enjoy the other podcasts on the Improv TX Comedy Network. We have The Act Out. From open mics to the big stage, comedians tell us the story they've made, where I talk to comedians from all over and chat about their journey this far. Also, check out the Black Dog Retro Arcade podcast. Straight from the arcade, we talk about how our favorite games were made. That's right, we're talking all that video game goodness. And finally, we have Quacking Up, a storytelling podcast where we pick suggestions from a hat and tell stories based upon them. Once again, thank you so much for listening. Please check out our social media, all links in the description. And with that, we'll see you on the next one.